Hello, my name is Na Furman. I am the skipper and owner of Marguerite, my Janus 36I sailboat. She was built in France in the year 2010, and my sailing adventure started in 2021. Yeah, from you can see from the map, I actually started my trip in Croatia and the city of Split, and then I crossed the Adriatic Sea to the the port of Bari in Italy. And then I went across the southern coast of Italy and then around the Messina Strait between Italy and Sicily. So I crossed the Messina Strait and then I went through the northern part of Sicily to the port city of Palermo. From Palermo, I crossed the Tyrrhenian Sea. It took me like about maybe 3 or 4 days, I think, and I arrived into the island of Sardinia, and I stayed in the port of Cagliari in the southern part of Sardinia. They went around Sardinia in the southern coast. I passed Carloforte, and then I crossed from Carloforte to the island of Minorca. That was a really hard trip. Um, there was a lot of waves coming, especially from the north, and very, very strong winds and big waves. From there, I went to Mallorca, the Palma de Mallorca, the island, and then Ibiza, the small island of Ibiza, and I stayed there for a couple of days. Then I crossed to the mainland of Spain. I went to the city of the first one is was the city of Alicante, and from there to Cartagena, Almeria, and then finally to Gibraltar. The following map shows my traveling sailing from Gibraltar to Morocco to the port of Tangier across the Gibraltar Strait in the northern part of Morocco, then sailing south to the port of Muhammadia in the Atlantic. It's not far away from Casablanca, but Muhammadia is a bigger port. Then further, I went south to the Canary Islands and I stopped at Lanzarote. The first port is Arrecife. And then the Puerto Rubicon in the southern part of the Lanzarote. And then I crossed through the Atlantic and then to the south of Lanzarote and from there across sailing to Gran Canaria Islands, Puerto de Las Palmas in Gran Canaria. Here we are sailing straight to Gibraltar. The big rock on the horizons, that is, you can see it in the picture, is a very strong wind on the nose. It's about 17 to 20 knots of wind, but the seas are calm. We try to avoid very much this situation of a strong wind blowing out from the Mediterranean to the Atlantic, and then against a strong current coming in the Mediterranean, because that will create very steep waves and then will slow the boat almost to a zero. We deploy the storm jeep just in case, and for any weather change if it gets more nasty. Almost here we are 15 miles from the Gibraltar with, as I said, 17 to knots approximately on the nose. Here we are, maybe an hour or maybe 2 hours after, and you can see the rock a lot better in the horizons, the Gibraltar. It's about 10 nautical miles going straight into the wind. The wind picked up. It's about a steady 19 to 20 knots, and you can see um, the little flags flying really hard and the boat banging a little bit more into the waves. The wave has increased also, getting a little bit larger, but there we are. You can see also in the horizons the big ships that they are actually anchor, waiting to get into the port. At this point, we are committed to our destination and there is no turning back. So at this time, we need to just continue with our sailing. At this point, you can see the Gibraltar a lot better, very clear. It's about 5 nautical miles, I would say, from the entrance to the Gibraltar Strait, the Gibraltar Bay. And still the wind is pretty strong, and and the waves again are building up slowly, and you can feel it by the motion of the boat now. But we are committed to it and we are going to get there. And the day is it's a fine day. There is no storms, there is no nasty stuff. The boats, the ships that they are waiting to get into the Gibraltar are more clear now. You can see them there, like about 5 or 6 big ships, and we are just waiting to arrive, get into a nice bar, bring our beers, and do a beer celebration to arrive safely into Gibraltar, the mecca of the sailors, a big, nice place. Finally, we arrive to Gibraltar, and here are follows a tour of the city. Enjoy. This is the entrance to the downtown of Gibraltar, and here you can see the fortress, the North Bastion fortress here. That was actually the original waterfront of Gibraltar. Lots of development, lots of big buildings around here, but this is what it is. The and this is a quick tour of the downtown, the old downtown of Gibraltar. That is actually the Capitania of Gibraltar, where used to be the army and whatever they have the sailors. And you can see here one of their uh, the big armaments. It's a cannon, and you can see there the little picture of the transom of the boat. It was in the back of this Royal Navy boat. Interesting and full of history. Gibraltar, interesting place and full of history. Yes. This is the famous cable car that goes all the way up to the top of the of the rock of Gibraltar, there is a weather station on the top, and this magnificent cable car gives you a complete view of the entire bay. It's really, really magnificent view. Take a look at all the magnificent big rock and all the ships and the harbor down there. Really protected. Very funny to see and very cute as we approach the top, the final station. You can see on the right hand side in the middle, right? One of the monkeys from just kind of greeting us, waiting for the people to come in, and he's just sitting there like a sentinel or something like that. Really cute animal. This is actually the top of the mountain, and I'm just showing here the Gibraltar on the back, and very cloudy, stormy day. Of course, winter time, and just about to get there to the top of the mountain, where there is a meteorological place. Our boat is actually in that marina down there, over there, and I'm going to take her tomorrow to the Spanish enclave, which is in the other side over there. So this is it. This is Gibraltar. Yeah. This is Gibraltar. What can I say? That's basically Gibraltar right there, going up into the ocean, Atlantic Ocean. And this is the cable car that goes down. Yeah. And these are the monkeys. They are all over. They're right there. This is actually the top of the mountain, and I'm just showing here the Gibraltar on the back, and very cloudy, stormy day. Of course, winter time. And just about to get there to the top of the mountain where there is a meteorological place. Our boat is actually in that marina down there, over there, and I'm going to take her tomorrow to the Spanish enclave, which is in the other side over there. So this is it. This is Gibraltar. Yeah. This is Gibraltar. What can I say? It's about midnight on Friday. Well, Saturday already, 26th of February 2022. I am in the marina here in Alcaldesa and next to Gibraltar, and the wind is blowing like crazy here. About the 11-12 at night, and I'm just looking at the weather on my big wind, and the weather here in Gibraltar is really hard, and you can tell right there it's 27 knots to maybe 35 in the marina. So outside is like about maybe 30-35 approximately, but you can see how the the weather comes from the Mediterranean coming out into the Atlantic. You can see it right there, and this is like a funnel. Gibraltar is like a funnel, and the wind concentrates. Right now outside is at least 35 to 35 knots of wind. So I'm right here in Gibraltar, but it is really windy and nasty outside. Luckily, I am in the marina here, and just cooking my wonderful potatoes here, some kind of potatoes. But outside, it's dark. Is swinging. I don't know if you can see at night the flags, but it is really windy here in the marina. So just wanted to get they illuminate the rock. It's right there. The rock of Gibraltar, very impressive. This is August 23, and we are leaving Gibraltar. It's about 9:30 in the morning, and there was a lot of ships in the ground here, and we are actually anchoring. Lots of ships anchor in the bay, and that's our destination. One thing, we had a lot of fog yesterday evening. We were going to depart Gibraltar in the middle of the night, like about 11 or 11:30, but there was a lot of fog, and we couldn't make it and make the decision to stay one more night and depart today. So here we are going. A little reconnaissance of the crew here. This is Dustin. Hi, Dustin. Hi, hello. And then Peter. Hello. Yeah.
So and we are heading towards the exit for the bay, about, I would say, 3 to 4 nautical miles, and then we are going to turn towards the African coast, and that's about it. It's kind of cloudy, and we expect to be there in a few hours, maybe 5 hours in Tangier, and see from there what the world is going to be. All is good, and until next time. This is Gibraltar departing, getting out of the bay of Gibraltar, and it's just a typical thing to have these clouds on top that cover the top of Gibraltar rock. Very beautiful. So if you can see it there, that is the Mediterranean, the whole thing. And if you walk around here, this is Jaziras. That's the port on the other side. That's the Spanish port. And we are doing basically 200 degrees, going straight 200 degrees. The wind is 9 knots, and the waves are calm. And let's try some sailing. There is also a light there on this thing over there as a marker, and we are just about to leave here. So I check out my flag, and I think it will be nice to have some sails. So we're going to put some sails up. That's the idea.
If you have enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel. Your humble Captain Nav Foreman will thank you from the deep of his sailing heart. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.